So the following problem that we're going to answer states the following. The blue line of the strontium atom emission has a wavelength of 461 nanometers. What is the frequency of this light, and what is the energy of a photon of this light? So these are the two things that we are looking for. So first things first, what do they give us? Well, they give us wavelength, and they tell us it's 461 nanometers. The first part is asking for frequency. Okay, well, we know that the speed of light equation, speed of light is equal to wavelength times frequency. And we know if we know wavelength, then we can solve for frequency in this case because they are related to one another. Well, we solve for frequency, and we say frequency is equal to the speed of light divided by wavelength. And we plug in the appropriate variables into this equation. We know the speed of light is 3.00 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, divided by its wavelength, which is 461. Remember, this is nanometers, so we're going to convert to meters, times 10 to the negative 9th meters. Well, my meters and meters cancel out, and now I am left with my frequency, which it ends up calculating to be 6.51 times 10 to the 14th 1 per second. Perfect. We calculated frequency for our first part. Let's go ahead and look at what the second part is asking us. What is the energy of this photon of light? That's pretty simple. We've done this type of problem before. We know energy is equal to Planck's constant times frequency. Well, we know Planck's constant and we know frequency, so we can easily solve this equation by plugging in the appropriate variables. We know Planck's constant is 6.63 times 10 to the minus 34th joules times seconds, multiplied by the frequency we just calculated, 6.51 times 10 to the 14th per second. Well, seconds and seconds cancels out, and now we're left with energy. My energy ends up calculating to be 4.31 times 10 to the minus 19th joules. Well, you always want to make sure that you're looking back at your units and making sure your units make sense throughout this process. Hopefully you were able to walk through this problem as easily as I was able to explain it. And if you're having any doubts of how to utilize these formulas, please make sure just to rewatch the video and do additional practice problems in the back of your book.